We are the Fluffies. I'm Christian.
I'm Eric.
We're here in the shopping center near us.
Actually, technically this is not a shopping center. It's a shopping mall.
Yes, this is a video for Professor Eric.
That's me.
So today is with him, not me. So let's switch seats. Yes, switch places.
Yes, because today the focus is... I'm the focus.
Yes.
Me.
He's the main guy.
Yeah. So, people sometimes ask me, what do I do? So, I am an ESL teacher.
What means ESL? What does ESL means? Oh, my English.
ESL means English as a second language. So, it's for places where English is not the first major language. So, for example, in Brazil, they do speak English, but English is not the main language there. It's Portuguese, not Spanish. And
so many people come to Canada. Canada is very popular for people wanting to learn English. So especially yes. Brazilians, they come here in Chinese. They come here to learn English second language.
Yes, so I am an ESL teacher, and a lot of people don't know what to do when they go shopping, for example. Which brings up the earlier mistake that Christian made, shopping center versus shopping mall. Can you tell me the difference?
Yes.
What is it?
Shopping center has a anchor store, like a main store or two stores. They have two floors, more than one floor. So it's like a Sears, not anymore, right? But yeah. Sears is the main store, anchor store, so they have two floors.
Or like a Walmart, or some big malls that have basically two floors, and there's a main store where a lot of people go to, but there's also other stores in the mall.
In this case, we don't have a main store, it's several stores.
Yes.
So here's called shopping mall, because there's several stores, but there's not really a leading store here.
Very true.
Got it?
Yes. I got it.
So this video gonna give tips of 5 sentences that might be helpful if you go to a store. To make it more specific, we thought about making, if you go to a chocolate store, see the chocolate store here. So you're gonna give 5 suggestions of sentences that might be helpful, but to be different, I know we're so creative. You're gonna do something different. You're gonna talk. He's gonna talk about a sentence, and between a sentence and now they're gonna try 5 chocolates we got at that store.
Yes.
They're different ones too. So
very interesting ones too.
We said do something in this video, right? He's been talking, so I eat. He talks.
So the first sentence that's really important is, let's say you want to buy something, you know what you want to buy, but you don't know where it is in the store. So one thing you could do is you could say, excuse me, could you help me please? So, for example, I knew that I wanted to bring home some chocolate. So I went up to the woman and I said, could you help me please?
What's the name of the woman in a store that works in a store?
She's called a sales clerk, or sales lady, or salesman, depending on which sex. So I knew that I wanted chocolate, but I didn't know which kind. And because it's a chocolate store, there's so many different kinds, I thought I'd ask her for some advice, some suggestions. So I asked her, could you help me please? So she helped me. We went and looked at the different chocolates.
So you're gonna try the first one?
Yes.
Which one are you gonna try?
This one sounded very interesting.
Looks like they have a funny, interesting pattern.
Yes.
And looks like a rock.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Now, I chose this because it was kind of different. Apparently this has goat cheese. So chocolate and cheese. I'm not sure.
And goat cheese?
Yeah. And Chardonnay. Ooh. So we're going to get a little bit tipsy.
Ooh.
So I thought we'd try this.
Yeah, not much. It's very.
I can really smell the cheese.
Yes.
When I tasted it, I was like, oh my god, this is really cheesy.
Yeah, the layers of flavors come. So now, and then you feel the cheese, then you feel the other things. It's an interesting combination.
So then, one of the next questions that is really important when you go into a store is price. So let's say you see something you like, so you ask the sales clerk or sales lady or salesman how much you want to know how much it costs. So you could just say how much does, if it's a specific thing, you could say how much does this cost and point to it. Or you could, if you're very shy, you could just say how much. But it's better.
Not very polite.
No, it's better to say how much does this cost or how much is it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try another one.
I know.
So let's try this one.
There's a fast explanation. I guess you want to eat the thing.
So these are sea salt.
I love chocolate sea salt.
Chocolate and sea salt is the major thing these days.
It's a hard one.
There's some kind of cherry inside.
I didn't feel the effect of the sea salt in this one so far.
I did.
Did you? I like it, but I couldn't feel the.
When I first tasted it, I got a big piece of salt. So the sea salt.
And the salt gives different layers on the flavor.
Yeah, very much so.
Third sentence.
Third sentence. So let's say you're going into a store and you know what you want, but you don't know where it is in the store because it's a big store. You can ask, where can I find the bathing suits, the specific chocolate you want to get? So where can I find?
Where can I find caramel?
In Hungary.
It's a joke between us because
Yes.
this singer called Caramel in Hungary. That's why.
Okay, now, so let's go to another.
yes,
We forgot the
forget.
chocolate.
The three more.
Yes. I don't remember
We have a
what.
booklet that tells.
It comes with the booklet name.
It's a map. I had to look.
Ah, yes, I found it.
Coconut cluster.
So I like
What
coconut.
does cluster mean?
A cluster just means that in a very small piece, a lot of different.
Like the others.
Yeah.
So can you show it, sir? Looks like a poop, dog poop, dog poop.
Very coconutty.
I like coconut, so
That's why I got it.
I like it. It's a bit crunchy. There's a coconut and the. I like it.
I like it too.
It's my favorite so far. Of the three you have to try. Oops.
Mine too.
Next sentence, if you remember, you mix so much in one video. See, you're so eclectic.
Now,
Because if you don't like English, you can see the chocolate. If you don't like chocolate, you care about English.
sure.
If you don't like either, it's about us, the Fluffies.
Now, did I mention the fourth question?
No.
No. Okay. So, I made a list of questions. So, okay. So, talking about chocolate, let's say you have a craving. Question?
What does craving? What does a craving means? A crave,
When you crave something, it means you really, really want something.
like a pregnant woman, she has
Right.
cravings.
Craving. So when a woman is pregnant, sometimes there is a certain type of food that she has to have. So she asks her husband. I have one very popular craving is, for example, pickles. He doesn't like pickles. I love pickles. So sometimes I have cravings. I need to taste pickles, so I go out and I go buy pickles. So when you have a craving, you have a big desire for a specific item. So for example, sometimes I know Christian likes coconut, so he might feel like he wants coconut. So I could go to the store and say, do you have a certain flavor? Or can I try this flavor? So, for example, I knew he liked coconut, so I asked, do you have something with coconut in it? Or do you have something with caramel in it?
I'm having cravings for cashew.
Luckily,
I think it's almond cashew the next, or chocolate cashew or almond cluster.
I think it's almond cluster.
Yeah, he doesn't like cashew.
I remember I saw the almonds, and I know Christian likes almonds, so I said I'd like the flavor almonds. Do you have something with almonds in it? And the woman pointed to this one.
Looks like poop again. Go close to the camera.
Mine doesn't look as clustery.
Like a poopy. No toast. It's almond for sure.
Yeah. It's very crunchy, very nutty. But I like it.
I like it.
But I still think I like the coconut better. What about you?
Very close.
Now, one thing that happens a lot of times when I go to a store that's a specialty store, like this chocolate store, the prices can be a little bit expensive. So one of the questions you can ask is, do you have something cheaper? So I did that, and she actually told me that they had a sale where I can get, I think, 5 flavors. I can get 10 items for a certain amount. So I said, that sounds good, so I'll have, and I said I'd have the ones that I chose. And now we have one last one.
Looks like caramel. Or is it's not Himalayan pink salt. It doesn't look like it. Maybe.
It looks like salt. Something
Could
with.
it be this Himalayan pink salt
Let's
caramel?
try.
Gonna try. Show the. This is the caramel. Good.
It's definitely salty.
It's very chewy.
But I think it's this one.
First I heard Himalayan.
It's very chewy.
Very.
Oh my god, it's chewy.
I'm talking accent here now. I'm not American.
And the salt is very pronounced.
I can't take him out.
Which guy?
I'm gonna get him out. So let's go next sentence before it's too late.
That was the last sentence.
Oh. No more chocolate, no more sentence.
It's really good, but extremely chewy
Yes. I like it, very interesting.
and chocolatey.
So, if you reach the end of this video, right now, thanks for staying with us. You can like our video. Please like our video. You can write a comment. If you have any question, anything you would like to know about English,
I'm your
any
man.
sentence, so write down a comment asking your question.
Especially if it has to do with shopping.
Yes. So there's no shy, no wrong questions. That was welcome.
Yes, and I know English is not your first language, so feel free. There's no reason to be sorry.
Yes. Maybe sorry because you didn't ask.
Yes.
And Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, follow us like
Yeah,
this.
you know what to do.
Yes, and don't forget there's a bell here on Instagram or somewhere. No, Instagram, YouTube. So you get notification every time we upload a new video. So you're gonna see first.
He's in a chocolate coma right now.
Yes. So we go back home after this chocolate, and see you next time.
Ciao.
Fluffy hugs.
Fluffy hugs.